Hello and welcome back to Bricking It. Let me tell you a story. Way back in 2011, Star Wars received its first advent calendar, and every year since it's received a new one, and they've all followed a fairly standard format. Each calendar features a number of minifigs, usually around half a dozen, and a selection of micro builds, generally of ships or locations from across the Star Wars galaxy. Didn't always follow a specific theme beyond Star Wars itself. Some had random mixtures from different factions and time periods, but in more recent years each calendar has tended to focus on a particular time period, location or movie, and have also featured the inclusion of themed minifigures, often wearing ugly Christmas sweaters. In 2019, Harry Potter got its first LEGO Advent calendar, and unlike the Star Wars calendars, they focused on a particular story or location. Each year there was again a selection of minifigures, usually 6 or 7, and various mini-builds to set the scene. These weren't the micro-builds that Star Wars got. They were mini-builds that established the environment and added some really useful minifigures or prints for Harry Potter collectors. There was one anomaly in 2022 when we had the micro-builds as pieces in a board game, but although they were diverse, they served a purpose, even if no one ever played the game. That calendar also included some exclusive minifigures, so it wasn't a total loss. This year, however, everything swapped over for Star Wars and Harry Potter, and I think Star Wars fans are getting the best end of the deal this time round. Instead of a huge pile of common pieces and a couple of minifigs we've all seen before, Star Wars is getting a proper scene to build. The currently exclusive Babu Frick microfig will preside over a workshop filled with minifig based as well as buildable droids. Now, admittedly, there's nothing wildly new and unexpected about these builds, but the same can be said for the Harry Potter builds over the last 6 years. Of course, we get the obligatory at this point ugly Christmas sweater, but just the one, and for some unknown reason I've got a spare Jawa torso in my parts bin, so I'm not that bothered by it. What feels like the first time, Star Wars fans are actually getting a playset style calendar, and I think it's probably about time. I'm not claiming this playset format is something you could only previously find in Harry Potter. Almost every theme of calendars followed this format in the past, and for most the Christmas sweaters were even somewhat useful, seeing as Christmas is actually a thing in the themes they're based on. Feels like the Star Wars calendar is finally coming out of a too long dark age and giving fans a format that all other themes have enjoyed for years. Sadly, Star Wars' gain is this time around Harry Potter's loss. Seems someone has to suffer through a year of dodgy looking, low piece count creator style googly eyed builds, and this time it's us that's carrying that cam. If anything good can be said for the Star Wars mini builds, it was that at least they were attempting to look like the thing they were claiming to be. Tiny ships and environments tend not to have googly eyes plastered all over them, so I think even in the realm of pointless builds, Star Wars has always been a step above what we're getting in Harry Potter this year. True, there are 4 brand new torsos for the theme, each relevant to the setting and usable in displays, and they're even doubled up for each house. The character selection features all named students, and even some heads for students that have never appeared in their younger versions, which is great for Hufflepuff fans in particular. For me, these minifigs will be added to my Quidditch grandstand, alongside last year's selection and the scarf and robe torsos from the Hogwarts Magical Trunk, and my excess Quidditch jumpers. They'll add a nice splash of house colours for the crowd, and overall I'm pleased to get them. As for the rest of the builds this year, I imagine they'll quietly get sorted into parts drawers without even being built. The Every Flavour Beans print might find a use as a poster or an advertisement in Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley, but I doubt it. Quite like the potion bottle, which is probably end up knocking around my desk for a few months before being relegated to a parts bin somewhere. Beyond that, I don't see much use for the rest in their intended format. I'm going to miss the exclusive and moreover useful minifigs I've come to anticipate from the Harry Potter Advent Calendar, and I think Babu Frick has a lot of heavy lifting to do in this department for me this year. So, to sum up, I'm glad that Star Wars is following a format of calendar that other themes have enjoyed for a while. I'm only disappointed that it's Harry Potter that suffers in its stead. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. What do you think of this year's calendar selection? Are you tempted by anything you would normally buy, or is the format change a hard pass for you this time around? Let us know. So all that remains to say is thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave us a like. And for more LEGO Harry Potter, please subscribe to Bricking It. Bye bye.